Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm making two videos on solving inequalities, and this time, right now, I'm going to give you 6 examples on solving linear inequalities. Hey guys, and welcome back. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. Today we're going to be solving linear inequalities. And just like equalities, this is a game as well, where the goal is to isolate the variable x on one side of your inequality. And the golden rule here is always, whatever you do on one side, you do on all the other sides, because there's going to be more than one side here sometimes. But one of the most important rules when it comes to inequality is the fact that whenever you have to divide or multiply by a negative number, you get to switch the inequality sign. You will see this happening in some of the examples that I have here. I got 6 of them, so let's jump into the first one. Here I'm going to give you 5x plus 11 less than 26. So you're going to solve this the same way you solve equalities. You're just going to go ahead and isolate the variable x. To do that, the first thing you need to do is do minus 11 on both sides, and so you're going to get 5x less than 15, because 15 is 26 minus 11. Next thing you do here is just divide by 5 on both sides, and you get yourself an x less than 3. And that's going to be your answer for this first example. Sweet and simple, very quick. Let me give you a second one here. We're going to have negative 2x plus 10 bigger than or equal to 4. And so now you're going to have to do minus 10 on both sides. And after that, you're going to get yourself a negative 2x bigger than or equal to negative 6. And of course, the last thing you need to do here is divide by negative 2. And remember, whenever you divide or multiply by a negative number, you get to switch the sign of the inequality. So in this case, we're going to have x less than or equal to 3. Not bigger than or equal, less than or equal. So you switch the sign of the inequality here, and you're done. All right, let's go for example number 3. I'm going to give you negative 4 less than or equal to 2x minus 2 less than or equal to negative 2. Right? In this case, I have a double inequality, but don't fear. The steps are always the same. Isolate the variable x. In this case, you're going to isolate it in the middle, and whatever you do on one side, you do on the other. And so since you're trying to get rid of everything around x in the middle here, you're going to start by getting rid of the negative 2. You will do that by adding 2 on all the sides. So plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. And then that will give you negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2, less than or equal to 2x, less than or equal to negative 2 plus 2 is going to be 0. Last thing you do is get rid of the 2 next to the x. So you're going to divide this whole thing by 2 or multiply it by 1/2. And so that will give you negative 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 0. And you are done. All right, let's move on to example number 4. So this one is going to be 8x plus 3 bigger than 3 in parentheses 2x plus 1 plus x plus 5, right? So whenever you have something like this with all the variables everywhere, the first thing to do here, of course, is to remove the parentheses, right? i.e. free the variable x so that it's free to move from left to right. So we're going to have here 8x plus 3 bigger than 3 times 2x is going to be 6x, and then 3 times 1 is going to be 3, plus x plus 5. Now that we have that done, we're going to have to go ahead and isolate the variable x on one side of our inequality. And what that means here is that we're going to have to do negative 6 on both sides, here and here. And then we're going to have to do negative x on both sides as well. And finally, we're going to also have to do negative 3 on both sides, so that we are bringing all the x on the left side and we are bringing all the non-x on the right side. And so with that done, you get 8x minus 6x minus x will give you a single x, and then 3 and negative 3 will cancel. 6x and 6x will cancel. 3 and negative 3 will cancel. X and negative x will cancel. And so all you have left here is just 5. So your final answer would be x bigger than 5, and you will be done. Okay, so the examples are getting bigger here and more interesting. So let's look at the next one here and see what we can do. Next one, example number 5, it's going to be 4x minus 3 divided by 6 plus 2 bigger than or equal to 2x minus 1 divided by 12. So in this case here, I thought it'd be fun if I give you something that has denominators in it. Remember, even if this has denominators in it, it's not a rational inequality. It's still a linear inequality because there's no x on the denominator. So this is still linear. And so what you have to do here, the first thing, of course, is to get rid of the denominator because you don't want that. That's holding the x variable hostage. You cannot move it from left to right. And so we need to multiply this entire thing by the LCD. And in this case here, LCD is going to be 12. And so you're going to get 12 multiplied by the first term here. And so that's going to give you 2 in big parentheses 4x minus 3 plus 2 times 12 is going to be 24 bigger than or equal to 12 and 12 here cancel. And all you have left is just 2x minus 1. And so with that, we're going to have 2 times 4x giving us 8x, 2 times negative 3 giving us negative 6. All that plus 24 bigger than or equal to 2x minus 1. And so now we need to isolate the variable x on one side of our inequality. So we're going to have to do negative 2x on both sides. Then we're going to kick out all the non-x on the right side of our inequality. So we're going to have to do plus 6 on both sides and also negative 24 on both sides. With that, we're going to have 8x minus 2x giving us 6x. Negative 6 and 6 cancel. 24 and negative 4 cancel. That will give us 2x and negative 2x on the other side canceling. And so finally, negative 1 plus 6x minus 24 will give us negative 19. So the last thing we need to do here is divide both sides by 6. And so we're going to get x bigger than or equal to negative 19 over 6. And you are done. All right, so our final example is going to be negative 6 less than or equal to minus 1 over 2x minus 4 less than or equal to negative 3. Since we need to isolate the variable x here in the middle, the first thing we need to do is add 4 on all the sides. So we're going to have negative 6 plus 4 giving us negative 2 less than or equal to negative 1 over 2x less than or equal to 1. And to get rid of the denominator, we have to multiply the whole thing by 2. That would give us 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, less than or equal to negative x, less than or equal to 1 times 2, which is 2. Then divide everything by negative 1. And remember here, whenever you divide by a negative number, you need to switch or flip the sign of the inequality. So in this case, we're going to have 4 bigger than or equal to x, bigger than or equal to negative 2. Now, at this point, you will be done, but it's customary to write inequalities from lowest number to highest number. So I'm just going to do a last step here, which is to rearrange this inequality so that it looks nice. So I'm going to have to write it as negative 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. And we are done. And so next time, I'm going to cover the same type of material, only with absolute value this time. All right, see you next time. All right, guys, that is it for now. The link for this note is always going to be in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Also, follow me on my other social platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Franck's Note, and I will see you in the next video.